How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys two brand new Signature Series cards that are going to be implemented into MLB The Show starting tomorrow. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I think you're going to be able to unlock these cards, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the ones that we already have seen this week. So in the first part of this one, we see Ozzie Smith is revealed along with Troy Tulowitzki and Ty Cobb. 97 overall Ozzie Smith. I think this card's going to be in a headliner pack. That is pretty much my guess. I mean, the other three cards are most likely going to be implemented into the Signature Series pack that we see. But Troy Tulowitzki and Ty Cobb, we all know that those are going to be the World Series rewards, and some of them have already been unlocked. But Ozzie Smith, a good shortstop, another good shortstop to kind of rival Tulo and Cal Ripken a little bit. But let me go ahead and show you guys this next clip. It is pretty nice. I mean, we see another legend reveal. I will link this Twitter post, MLB The Show's Twitter, down in the comment section below. But we see Hanley Ramirez, a 96 overall, another shortstop, Hanley Ramirez. And let me go ahead and show you guys exactly how you're going to be able to unlock this. So 3 new player items are joining the Signature Series pack tomorrow. And here is your mid-tier 1 out of 4 edition. So the Hanley is going to be in the mid-tier. I'm kind of curious to see what the other 2 cards are going to be, if they're going to release a rare tier card and a base tier card. But I'm also kind of curious how you're going to be able to get that Ozzie Smith. I think it's going to be a headliner, but I'm not sure, because normally they have headliners with 2 cards. They may go ahead and release another legend in that. I'm not really sure about that, but let's go ahead and get into some event gameplay. And actually, the 97 overall Ozzie Smith may be implemented into the base tier himself. I mean, we see the 98 overall Keith Hernandez in that pack, even though he is still a base tier card. Definitely a really good card, and they may do that with the Ozzie Smith's shortstop. But anyway, I was 14-0 in this event. I'm going to be getting into some event gameplay. I do need to get 20 wins in order to get the vouchers for this Hall of Fame event. I really want that Lee Smith. I also want to get the Edgar Martinez and try him out, but you're not going to be able to get those cards until future events. You need to wait till the next one comes out for the Lee Smith, and then the one after that for that Edgar Martinez. But it's important to get the wins in the event. I mean, it's only going on for another week. But to start this one off, I was lining out with Tony Gwynn. I knew right off the bat that Tony Gwynn was going to track that one down in right field. So Gwynn hits it to Gwynn, and now we are facing his Tony Gwynn. And Bruce Sutter in the game, he's going to shoot that one into the gap. That's going to be extra bases, a double the opposite field, and Willie Mays is trying to get that one in. Probably could have got to third base if I didn't have Willie Mays or an elite center fielder out there. But Jackie Robinson up at the plate. This guy had a lot of the special edition diamonds on his team. He had quite a few, if you could tell by his pregame loading screen. But anyway, Joe Morgan off the bench. I was really surprised to see Signature Series Joe Morgan come in off the bench. I don't really know why he wouldn't be starting him over that Jackie Robinson. But anyway, I was not going to pitch to him. I pitched around him a little bit, and I had a base open there. So I was trying to set up the double play, which I was able to get, but Frank Thomas gets a yellow throw. I don't really know where Pudge Rodriguez was tagging in that situation. He missed him completely, but he came around to score 1-0, and the undefeated record is on the line. I was 14-0 in this one, and at the top of the leaderboards for this event. I wasn't really paying too much attention to it during the first run. I actually checked after my first run and saw that I was up there, so that was pretty cool to see. The first time I've been up at the leaderboards for any event this season. But regardless, we have Frank Thomas up, down by 1 run and down to the last few outs in this game. It is the second inning, and I'm the home team, so that's going to be important to keep in mind as we move on into this one. But Frank Thomas flies out to right field, right center field. That was a pretty deep fly out. I'm trying to do a little bit of a hit and run, trying to be aggressive. If I had waited on that ball a little bit longer and hit it into the gap, then I would have been able to score 74 speed from first. But hit it right to his center fielder in Torrey Hunter. And now he has Steve Finley up at the plate, going with the fastball inside. Got him looking with Goose Gossage, just trying to get as many outs as possible. I had a pretty good bullpen in this for this team, but mainly using Raleigh Fingers, the 89 version, mainly using Bruce Sutter, Goose Gossage, and Billy Wagner. Those are pretty much my go-to guys. But down to the last few outs, I pinch hit Jason Giambi. Jason Giambi making his debut at bat. The first time anybody didn't bring in a lefty to face him, and he hits a no-doubter, smacks a no-doubt home run. So that ties the game up with a chance to walk it off with Gwynn. and hit that one right to Torrey Hunter, right to his center fielder. That's going to bring up Willie Mays, bottom of the third inning on a 1-2 count. He throws a forkball low in the zone. I had previously tried to sit on the forkball the previous pitch, hit it foul for a home run, but that time I was able to wait back on it, smack it out, and we get the win. So we move up to 15 wins. Now we're going up against Rickety Cricket. He also has a very good team. Ricky Henderson, Willie Mays, Rogers Hornsby, Willie McCovey, Willie Stargell. A lot of Willies on his team, but also a lot of cards that I haven't really faced that much. I mean, Willie McCovey and Willie Stargell are both pretty exclusive cards. I mean, I don't really see Willie McCovey too much because he's a Battle Royale card. I know that Willie Stargell just came out. But anyway, I'm starting this game off with a little bit of a late base hit with my Willie Mays, and that's going to be a double. 92 speed is able to get in there at the second. But George Brett squares it up, lines out to second base. Definitely a solid hit. Brings up Rogers Hornsby, and on a 3-2 count, I was sitting for that pitch on the middle inside half of the plate. I squared it up, but I hit it right to Willie Mays out there tracking down everything. Now, this opponent had some good speed at the top of his lineup, a lot of Signature Series cards, and these were the types of teams that I did go up against quite often. I mean, a lot of power, a lot of Signature Series players, and I like this event because of that. I mean, the team cap is pretty nice. You can kind of still get a lot of those players in your lineup with having, you know, commons and maybe a couple guys in your bullpen that you don't really want to use. Like, I was using James Pazos and Stephen Wright to kind of I didn't really use those guys, but I was putting them in the lineup to kind of bring down the team overall, or the rating mod, whatever you want to call it. And that way I was able to get as many Signature Series players as possible, as many good bullpen guys as I could, and even a couple guys off the bench, like that Jason Giambi. I also had Ricky Henderson coming in off the bench as well, just to have one guy versus a lefty, one guy versus a righty. So that was a pretty good strategy. This opponent left in the common pitcher in this game so far, so I was able to smack a double with Duke Snider. He threw a changeup low in the zone there. I sat on it, went the other way with it. Now we have Frank up on a 3-1 count. I'm looking to put the ball in play, drive it somewhere, and it's going to be sent out to right center field. Willie Mays tracks that one down. Playing at Wrigley Field, I mean, Wrigley Field's not my favorite park to play at. Just has weird dimensions out in the outfield. But sometimes I have a tough time picking the ball up, and this one I wasn't. I just really wasn't getting anything going at the plate to get rewarded there. I got lucky. That one got down, and Ricky Henderson missed it. Roberto Alomar that was a contact swing as well. I was just trying to get the guy in from third base. I was struggling at the plate a little bit in this game. I mean, I was hitting the ball hard, but the Rogers Hornsby hit was right to somebody. Willie Mays was tracking down everything out there. It just seemed like I was hitting it hard, but right to him, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. But now I'm starting to find some holes. I was able to steal second with Ricky Henderson. He had Ryan Buchter on the mound, and that guy has a very slow motion to the plate, so it was an easy stolen base. I also was able to get a base knock with Tony Gwynn there to bring Ricky home. Followed up with another hit from Willie Mays. He brought in Rob Nen at this point, and I'm looking to be aggressive. I mean, go first to third with Tony Gwynn, and trying to get as many runs as possible. I mean, 3 runs, even though he has 2 innings left, still no lead is safe. I've been giving up a few runs in this Hall of Fame event, but so far I've been able to kind of just score a few runs and let my pitching do the rest of the work, using Trevor Hoffman as well as the guys I mentioned earlier in the bullpen. But this Trevor Hoffman's pretty good. He has a nice changeup. I tried to set up the changeup and the fastball when I use him. I noticed that this opponent specifically was a little bit late on the inside fastball and was sitting more on the off-speed pitches, so I tried to attack in that way. But in the third inning, I am smacking one down the line, down the first base line with Frank Thomas. That's going to be an extra base hit. He has Willie Stargell in right field, so he still has that really good arm strength, but not the best fielder out there in Willie. But I think that's awesome that Willie Stargell plays left and right. I know in years past he played mainly first base as his primary, but they kind of mixed that up a little bit in this year's game. I thought I was going to drive in another run right there with Roberto Alomar, but I hit it right to the shortstop. Hit the ball hard, squared it up, just right to the shortstop. It is what it is. But now I brought in James Pazos. I only had a couple other pitchers left, and I didn't really want to use somebody that use Billy Wagner right this minute, because if the opponent was able to come back in this game, then I would want to go to him as kind of a shutdown pitcher if I was able to get into a jam or something, try and get out of it that way. I used all my right-handed pitchers that I wanted to in this one. Certainly wasn't going to use Stephen Wright. I went ahead and brought in Goose after James Pazos gave up the base hit to Willie Mays. I didn't want to mess around facing a lefty or using a lefty to face Rogers Hornsby. But I was able to get the win, move up to 16 wins. I still need a few more to get that third voucher or the fourth voucher from this event. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the brand new Signature Series cards revealed and implemented into this game. Let me know which ones you guys want to get. And thank you guys once again for watching, and have a great day. Peace out.